Okay. Welcome. I want to begin with my feeling of appreciation for all of you who are here and online also. Because maybe some of you are not fully aware yet what has to come into a meeting like this. But I kind of can sense or feel it, and I can feel the feel the beauty and depth of this source from where we feel compelled, we feel inspired to know our own truth. I feel there is no workshop, no process or technique which can inspire us to know ourselves actually. They can help us in some way, but inspiration actually comes from inside. So that's why I said maybe you're not fully aware of this, of the auspiciousness of this feeling inside. It is as if the universe has declared that I want to know myself now in this form, in this incarnation. It's amazing. It is amazing. I feel very happy to meet all of you because of this inspiration, because of this desire that is being seen here. I feel the quest for truth, for knowing the truth is can be connected to the quest for knowing what is permanent. What is permanent? In comparison to the body, what is perceived through the senses looks changeful. In comparison to the deeper consciousness, the body and the mind which perceives the world seems changeful. In comparison to some deeper space or capacity of seeing, even the spaciousness that is felt inside could be felt like changeful. So this quest for knowing the truth is to know what is permanent, what is not changing. It does take some time, because some verification is necessary. It is not like a one-time job that you get something and just be done with it. You can, but then you cannot be sure what you are holding on to is ultimate truth or not. So some verification is necessary. And that is where the commitment to the truth comes in the play. How committed one is. Like one want to go all the way, or one want to get one want to one want to get away with something which looks like satisfactory for the time being, and when again, again something will be noticed. I feel it is a very sincere job. The job of the seeker of truth is very sincere job. Like sincerity is must, commitment, sincerity to the truth. No? So it's never like how much time it will take. It's never about what all it takes to know the truth. It is about whether I want to know the truth or not. How much energy is given to this desire that I want to know the truth. How many failures it will stand. How many failures, how many failed attempts this quest will stand and survive. That is the strength of this desire, no? Because if some failures can turn me away, then I'm kind of done with the quest for truth. Let's do something else. Then I would say that the energy is not enough sufficient in this desire yet. No? But ultimately, this is what it is. You reach to some truth and verify now with the same standard which you have agreed to carry all the way, if it is changeful or not, if it is changing or not. And like this, I want to actually say to all of you that is there anything you have discovered inside you which is not changing? I'm not saying outside. I'm not even saying everything inside. Body is changing. Mind is changing. Feelings are changing. Emotions are changing. I mean, I think everybody knows this. But you who is living these experiences, are you also changing? And this is where a very powerful revelation is possible, because we live as if I'm not changing. We live as if I'm not changing, and actually, this I, when looked into, is found to be changeful. Actually, in a very subtle way, it is changing also, and the mind cannot find this subtle changefulness of this I that we call ourselves. A deeper capacity of seeing, a very still capacity of seeing is necessary to detect that. Oh, it is also changing actually. And there are, as I said, there are two ways I help into two lines. One is what I call simple seeing. If you stay at the seer and sufficient amount of attention is detached from what you see inside yourself, that free attention now can be used to turn towards the seer, the source from where you are seeing. And in this manner, the position of the seer keep going deeper and deeper, like deepening, like a more subtle position of the seer is discovered. And in comparison to that, whatever is seen is found to be changeful, including the sense of I also. Is one way, most simple and most direct. That's why I call it simple seeing. For those who just want to know the truth, all the way want to go, do nothing else. Another similar, most powerful and direct approach is self-inquiry. At every stage, inquiring who I am. Am I the one who is experiencing, or am I the one who is being experienced? Am I the experience inside me? Am I the thought or the seer of the thought? Am I the emotion or the experiencer of it, or the seer of both? Maybe like this. Keep checking who I am, not what I am seeing or experiencing inside me, but who actually I am. Am I the content inside myself or the container? Like this, a light of seeing goes straight to the same source from where you are seeing everything. It brings us to the same position. Both of the approaches, they bring us to the same. It depends which one clicks more. No? And I would say you should not be so much in a hurry. Even if you have seen the sense of I in front of you, you should not be in a hurry to conclude that okay, I'm done now. Because that sense which this sense that I'm done now, I should move on with my life, is also coming from a mix of pure purity of yourself and the sense of separation. Because life is never done with life. It's a eternal pilgrimage, will continue. So you will never be done with your spiritual quest of knowing the truth. Never. And there is a joy in it, not a tiredness. Not tiredness that, oh my God, I'm tired of my spiritual journey and I want to finish it now. Who is tired? Have we really wondered who is tired? The life that you are, or a construct? It is a construct which says I am tired. But you say I am that. I am this construct and I am tired. Look deeply inside you and you will discover something deeper which is never tired. Never. This is freedom from the construct, all the constructs. I feel so much joy in sharing this, that your true nature is not a construct, has never been a construct. It is the originally undividedness of life. It is the energy or the being which is originally undivided, has never been divided actually into two. That's what you are. But on top of it, there are constructs which have come out of it, of this undivided nature of yourself. And I feel everything that we can perceive is a form of construct. And it starts kind of deconstructing or showing that I am a construct as you look deeply, deeply in the sense of not deep into it, but maybe more from a still position of the seer. Uninvolved seeing enables us to detect all the constructs, even when they continue playing their role. The body is a construct, mind is a construct, sense of I is a construct, and they continue playing the role while you relatively start becoming free from it. And that free energy can explore the deeper reality of yourself. The undivided being is explored now and recognized and lived also. And in relation to that, everything becomes less serious, less impact also. So there seems to be no need to cultivate any behavior or attitude towards life, serious or non-serious. Let's see what is what, and from there let's live as it happens. Your true nature, undivided being, can never be polluted, stained, or manipulated by anything that happens in life that is being experienced by us. And once it is recognized like this, a lot of fear which was lived at the root of the I falls away. Only physical, psychological, biological fear remains, which is part of the functioning of body and mind. Not like you are afraid of the fear. You are fine. It is like a mood you have of the body. It is like a mechanism to protect itself. But at the base, you live fearlessly. Fearless is not same as brave. Fearless is absence of fear, which basically is presence of a flow towards all the beings that is known as love also, like this. Like this, I welcome everybody. Please, if we can look together into this, if you feel that what I shared has not been known by you yet in you experientially deeply, we can look together right now. It may be possible that you can know it today, right now, because it doesn't really need any special techniques. Only your desire to know it, and maybe a mirror of satsang like this. Maybe I can take that. Yeah, yeah, you want? Okay.
I just cannot miss this invitation from you to look into this, what seems to be a core now looking, which I as a construct.
One thing I want to share with you, and like this with everybody, there seems to be a fundamental misunderstanding that is lived all through the spiritual journey. That is that I have to find my true nature. Like this. Like there is some true self, which I am going to find inside myself. You know, and that's where a lot of misunderstandings take place, and a lot of experiences are taken as self knowledge, and and so on. You are that self which you are going to know, but not in the way you know everything else. So this self knowledge is a very different kind of knowledge that happens, and most probably mind has no background of it, so it cannot detect that this is self knowledge happening, until it happens. So so the approach here, when you want to look into this construct called I, should be either self inquiry, who I am really, which basically means exploring the construct, exploring this construct called I. What is this construct? Like bringing in the light direct into the construct, not into anything it is experiencing or I is experiencing. So this is self-inquiry approach, like this. Or another approach, as I said, is just staying as the seer, which does not mean that you continue staying as the seer forever, it must have some results. It must result in something. And what it results in is that whatever you see, naturally it becomes clear to you that I am not this. And remaining part of the seer, let's say, remaining is seer, is confirmed to itself, to you, I am the seer, and this is the scene, like this. Naturally, it is felt like this. So if um, you're not able to, you're not able to be free, let's say, I cannot hear me. This you have to turn on, I think, yeah. Uh, yeah, yeah, better. Okay. So if you are, just a moment, there's some switch in the power supply. Yeah, it's fine. No, this one I think uh, is good. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it's working or no? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's both are working now. So the approach of seeing is to not just stay as the seer. It has some results also, because this message that just stay as the seer seems has been misinterpreted by many. It feels like because I'm the doer of my things, I'm the doer of my duties, my life, my activities. Now I'm supposed to only stay as the seer and do nothing else. You know, that's how it has been misinterpreted, I feel. No, this is not the message. Like, continue staying as the doer in your life. Spend some time with yourself, sitting in your room or anywhere. Now, stay as the seer inside you. And only stay as the seer. And as you stay as the seer only, it has an effect on the overall uh, conscious, self-consciousness level, you can say. Things start falling away from what we call I. Like I seems to be carrying a lot of load of beliefs. The seer that you are seems to be carrying a lot of mixing in the with itself. They start falling away immediately. Immediately, there is no delay in this process. If it is a delay, then probably the message has not been understood properly. You know, the value also probably has not been understood properly, and also it is not easy sometimes. Like there is no willingness, or the value of this approach is not clear yet. But otherwise, you stay as the seer right now. The effect of it is the feeling that this I feeling that you have start becoming more and more like you feel like a distance is being created between the sense of I and uh, and you. Let's say whoever you are, you don't know yet who you are. but you feel I'm more like a seer of it. Strangely, I'm seer of myself. Like this, it is felt. This is the effect of simply seeing. If it is not, then it has not been understood correctly. You know? Now, let us begin with this background. Now, tell me, what do you want to do right now? What do you want to look into right now? You said you want to look into this construct I, right?
S- Several times it was seen the distance was enough to see clearly I as a construct,
Yes.
which gives a great freedom and um, yet I find myself during the day, uh, I can see again that I'm in the belief of the I.
But then what is the problem in that? This I is a construct and it has been seen by you, isn't it? So then, why it should be a problem when you are in the belief of I? Do you follow what I'm saying? Like, what is the problem really, or whose problem is this basically? Is this the problem of the seer who is seeing that I am in the belief of I now, or is it the problem of somebody else inside you? Whose problem exactly it is? Because seer, how seer can have a problem? Like, I can have a problem with the view only when I have preference. Like, this is not a nice color of a speaker, like this. Then I have a problem with what I'm seeing. Otherwise, why I can or I should have any problem even when you see that I am in the living in the belief of I now. But can you see it or not? So maybe you have forgotten your basics maybe in that moment. That's why you start. So I'm believing that I'm believing the I is not the real belief. It is not the real thing, real real trap. The real trap is that you have to do something now about it. Why? Why you should do anything about it? As far as awakening is concerned, you are supposed to do nothing but only see. Then why you need to do anything about it? So there is a subtle form of ego living here that I must once see, and this construct kind of start playing, and I must always remain free from it. This was not the purpose actually. It is only in the beginning that you feel separate from what you see. Ultimately, everything merges back, and still freedom is retained, not by somebody, but the mechanism that was producing the sense of separation has been removed or has been re-engineered, you can say, rewired in such a way that now it cannot produce the experience of separation. This is the power of seeing. You know, do you follow what I'm saying? So now, anything left now? Any problem left in your life now? Like this, we have subtle form of sleep living in the seeker of truth, which is the pure truth itself. And that's why very sincere effort of seeing is necessary.
Yes. Uh, I can very much resonate to what you're saying, and it feels like a catch of the day.
That's nice. We did it well. Huh? It's nice. No? It's all, as I said, game of clear seeing. It's all about clearly seeing. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to reach anywhere. You're already home. But that what moves inside you, that what moves in time, that what experiences time also, is really not what you are. As long as you try to bring this in a state where you can be free from time, you are bound to time. Don't try to make this one free from time, which is bound to time. You only see and discover that I'm already free from time. Stay as that and stay free like this. This one, which is trying to grow slowly, slowly, is a product of time. It has been produced. It has even been born in time. It will die in time also, and it will never be free from time. And you, the seer of it, is always and already free from time. Just don't try to put any conditions for freedom. Hold on to the basic principle that anything that you can see, you are not that. Or tell me, how can you be that which you see? Like, let's have an argument about it, like, if you want, discussion about it, if you want. Let's look deeply into what you, if you want. How can you be that which you see? Because there seems to be like a misunderstanding living inside us that I can see this, but still I feel I am it. I'm involved in it. I'm attached to it. I'm not saying it is impractical. It is practically so for most of the being that we see and still we remain attached to what we see inside us. But it means the seeing is not clear yet, or the understanding about seeing is not clear. Most probably the understanding. I'm not sharing technique of seeing. I'm sharing the understanding of seeing. What is exactly seeing? What happens when you see anything? This is what I'm sharing with you. You being the real, not the mind. Mind cannot understand what I'm sharing in this manner, but you can totally understand it because mind lives in steps, in divisions, sections, data, analysis, conclusion. You, your nature is seeing. Immediately you feel something You feel excitement when you listen to something called seeing. You know, you feel excitement. Like, yeah, it looks like natural to you basically. You know, so it's nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think it is in the same lines. You can take this question also from. Huh? You don't have, but you cannot access it. Oh, do you have a phone or something? No, but I maybe you can bring my phone and you can read on that. Yeah, because I want to cover this today. It's fine. You want to look? Huh? You don't want to look into anything?
Can't escape from you.
You're like, I said you want to look into anything? No, no, no. I just here for arrangements. I just sorry. No, no.
It's very much on the same lines. So
Just one moment. I think I will need. She will need my help a little bit. I'm just trying to find out one question. After that, maybe once you get access to the question, then you can turn it off. Maybe it may interfere actually. That's a nice thing, no? It has been anyway forwarded to your email also now. So just hold on for a moment.
There's really nothing specific, but there is this feeling following the sharing here, and the pointing yesterday, which was super clear. So it's like the seeing, it's either clear or it isn't. And
Yes.
yesterday you showed so clearly there was a mix of seeing, and it was seen. And then since then it's been seen, and it's been seen, and it's also been seen that it hasn't been seen. So this has been happening a lot in the last day.
It's very good. I mean, I feel it is mostly about clarity. Clarity means in the sense of understanding that what exactly I'm supposed to do when I'm asked that see, you know. And mostly when we don't have this understanding, we put lot of effort, and which produces no desired results that are supposed to come out of it. No? But when this misunderstanding is correct removed and clarity is received, then it is very very fast, like super fast. Of course, the willingness is also a very important part of it, because why in the first place we don't want to see what is always inside us? Because we believe otherwise. Like, what is the sense of I? In the fundamental sense of I is a belief, actually, not your belief, belief of existence. And it will not let you see deeper than this, generally. So some determination, some stillness, some commitment, and persistence is necessary, like this, isn't it? That's why this simple seeing I begin is always with seeing inside you what you see. The first step. First step is like I is rooted. The belief is strong. So let the I begin with seeing whatever it can see, with the continuous remembering that I am seeing it, that I can see this. So it start becoming a sort of a seer, like it start coming to the seer mode. This I starts coming to the seer mode, because this I has two mode. One is the sense of doer, one is the sense of seer. So it start coming to that other mode, which mostly has not been explored so much. It has been mostly used for exploring life, but not neutrally. Now this is the first time this I sense of I is using this mode of seeing in a neutral way, and that's how it will save a lot of energy. A lot of energy will come back to it. A lot of capacity of seeing will come back to it. And now that capacity of seeing is accumulated in the eye, the second step of the simple seeing now stay as the seer. Now it will stay as the seer. Now the mode has most probably been changed from the doer to the seer, the mode of I. But still, it will switch back very soon. If you lose it here, you will be in a better position to see everything, but it cannot bring ultimate freedom. So this sense of I has become the seer now, sense of seeing now. Sense of doer has become sense of seer now. And it stays like this for some time. Will again habitually like to get involved, but hold back. Just stay as the seer for some time. Now it is most probably ready and liquid enough to look into the source from where you are seeing, from where you are seeing. This I is only a sense of seeing. It is not the real seer. Real seer is behind it. It is merely like a lens, like a binocular through which God is seeing, through which existence is seeing. You know, and then the energy is being turned back to the source. The real seer is acknowledged by itself, of course. And in that acknowledgement, in the light of that acknowledgement, the sense of I loses most of its weight. Most of its weight. I cannot say in percentage, but most of the weight, the reality of it is lost here. This is a simple thing which I have shared many years back now, and many are benefited by this simple thing called simple seeing. So I'm not really sharing technique. I am sharing the understanding under what is the underlying flow, how exactly it works. That's what I'm sharing with all of you. Do you see this? Otherwise, this sense of I is mostly inclined towards doing, not seeing. Like, can we do something about it rather than I see it? The seeing looks like the most difficult thing for the sense of I habitually. Like if you ask me to go to this Sweetwater Lake, bring some water from there, put the water in some pot, add some flower leaves, chant some mantra, do something else. I think it would be much easier than to just to see and do nothing. It is the habit. It's just the habit. It can be broken. It is more like a hypnosis than like some fixed wall. There is no wall inside you really, where in which you are imprisoned or which can limit you or stop you. It's more like a very strong hypnosis. But persist, continue, it will break like this, which is happening in you now. To understand the value of seeing first, because the doing can bring anything that the greatest possibilities of this world, but still the sense of doer will survive in this. The fundamental mistake will still live in you. You will still believe that you are the doer of your life and controller, responsible, and that is what brings us suffering, fear, worries, isn't it? Freedom cannot be achieved until the sense of doer is there, isn't it? I mean, sense of doer is there even when you are free, but it is like a transaction, not like an entity. It is like sense of doer doing one thing, they're like a pair. It's like a pair. Every time any doing happens, sense of doer happens, but it happens and subsides immediately. It doesn't continue. It doesn't continue after the doing. So it's basically body, mind, sense of doer. Everything is just one thing and just happens and goes back to silence like this. So it's good like this.
It's, I guess what's understood experientially is I can't do the seeing. It's the seeing, the understanding. It's like it's spontaneous. And I will say, yesterday what I experienced was it wasn't me that understood. Understanding just happened, and I feel it was your grace. So there's always a little, there has to still be some effort to focus attention in the most useful direction. But really, when something's understood, it just happens.
It just happens. Yes. Totally. That's the beauty of understanding. No? Or maybe this is what we can say is clear seeing. Maybe understanding is more connected to the mind and like this. So maybe we can say when something is clearly seen, it has its own effect immediately and continuously afterward. You cannot just lose it again. Like, I saw something and I lost it again like this. It's mostly not the case. One thing also I want to share here is the value, like how much value we give to our clear seeing. That's also very important. Because clear seeing is mostly like a very lightweight, simple seeing. It's not like flashy, great spiritual experience. All the fundamental seeings are very simple seeings. That's why I call this approach, which I share, simple seeing, the most fundamental but more simple. The mind cannot find very great things in it, like whatever it has learnt about awakening and effects of awakening are not found in this simple seeing, in clear seeing. But that basically cuts the root of ego without it knowing that its root has been cut. This is the power. It is the invisible sword of awareness. You know. But it's very mild, very gentle, very little, like almost you are not sometimes sure whether I saw it or not, but it has its own effect, and that will show you that yes, it was some clear seeing that happened. No? What we know as recognition of recognition of our true nature inside us also is similar in this manner. No? You cannot really find immediately that moment when you recognized. After it has effect on your life, then slowly you will recognize that that was my awakening moment actually. In that moment, how would you recognize it? It is so deep, it's so deep, deep in the being. Mind is not present, cannot recognize what is what, has no measurement tape or anything inside here. It's just you and you, nothing else. You, the light, the desire to know, you know. So we should not, I just wanted to add this so that you don't underestimate your simple seeing inside you. Mostly, which mostly they are very fundamental. Give value to them, and they will grow in you more like this. In a way, no. Take care of this speaker now.
There is also a short message came from Manu. She's saying pranam, Maya, feeling to connect.
My
Pranam, feeling to connect.
oh, okay. Pranam Manu. This what Manu you are saying is feeling. I feel like connecting with you right now. I want to, like, while I'm connected with you right now, want to also bring some light, like on what is this connecting and what exactly it means to connect. I mean, I would like to use this term online, no? Which is not really online, same as we are online right now. Online means being available to the moment. Online means being available to life. This is what I call online. You are here now, not giving value to anything else. If you don't give anything, any value to anything that has happened before, that takes away all the sense of knowledge. You cannot say you know anything here now, and yet you have capacity of seeing. You are alive. You exist. All that which is pure is given chance, and it kind of surfaces, becomes more and more prominent in a way, like you know it start dominating your existence here experientially. you know this is the power of connecting. But mostly we have a lot of investments in our past, meaning attachment to it, that we feel it is too much of a cost of connection with this moment. There is just nothing which will survive here except you, the pure existence. But that's what we don't want. We want to achieve truth as what we are. But as what you are is the only thing which stops you from being what you are really. So that cost everybody will have to pay. Let go of what you have known and experienced so far in this moment only, in this moment of connection, and then see what happens. Then see what remains actually. What remains is your true nature, and it is not separate from this moment. It is not separate from this. You are this, you are this. So it's like this nice man.
Question from online participant. Neil is writing.
Yeah?
Neil.
Neil.
I have been practicing simple seeing, but it seems to create some internal conflict. When a situation arises, such as someone misbehaves or is rude to me, or something wrong is going on, my mind reminds me to stay as a seer and ask who feels offended, and not to take any action. This creates a feeling that I'm misinterpreting the pointer. When to stop being a seer and start taking action in this show of life? Could you please answer it in your meeting?
Neil, mostly I have covered this question, this answer to this question, but one more time, the message that stays the seer is not really to be taken to our life, practical life yet. It is a practice, not a lifestyle. And if it is a lifestyle, it has to be effortless, not with effort. And that is your true nature, by the way. Effortless seer. But then, what is the meaning of stay as the seer? If that is already your true nature, why there is a need to stay as the seer? The need is because you are not living as your true nature. This is the need. And to break that barrier, that false center, effort of seeing is necessary. But as a practice, not as a lifestyle. Because if we try to bring this stay as the seer message into lifestyle, it creates a lot of difficulties because of the presence of strong beliefs in the mind that I'm supposed to respond now, do something about it, and I'm forcing myself to stay as the seer. I would say best is to keep your practical life in a standard manner. If you really want to go all the way to the center of yourself, then this is a more efficient way to not invest your energies outwardly yet. Let your life be more on a standard manner, whatever way it flows, and save energy, and then spend some time and stay as the seer inside you. That will anyway have a very fundamental effect in your life, but naturally, not effortfully. So you may find yourself staying as the seer sometime effortlessly, but you don't need to do this. That oh my God, I'm feeling such impulse to kind of take this thing and run away from here, and now I am supposed to be a seer only. Not like this. No, take this thing, feeling the impulse to take this thing and run away, and you take it and run away also, and suddenly you feel I am the seer also of the whole thing. This is your true nature. Experientially, you feel like there is something which is always seeing everything, even when you are living in the doer mode. So this is not something against the doer mode. Doer is a mode, not a reality. It is a function, not an entity. But we, when don't know our true nature, we live this function as an entity, as our entity, that I am the doer. And because of the repetition also, like from day to night, night to day, in the dream also, we are always involved in the doing. So it is obvious to feel I am the doer. You know, when you don't know yourself as the seer. So it is a effect. It's a misunderstanding. The sense of doer is natural, but taking yourself as a doer is a misunderstanding only. That can be broken by separately sitting and observing what's going on inside, like this three simple seeing three step. So understand, Neil, the value of it. This simple seeing three step, 15-minute, 12-minute video it is. If you can sincerely do it only once a day, or probably once in life actually, it can cut everything. Just one time if you can do sincerely, not for many days or months or years. It is an end-to-end process. It start taking you off the mind to the presence and beyond. So, but if it is not happening like this, then separately do it and understand the value of it. It is a very inefficient way of mixing the spiritual efforts, particularly like seeing, into the practical life right now. It's only going to create more and more misunderstandings. Let it happen more naturally. Like let this capacity of seeing and consciousness be integrated into your practical life naturally, not by your doings. Because how exactly you will do? You will do as a doer. I am the doer, and this I, the doer, does not know who it is. So all that it sees in life is one carries that form of misunderstanding. Like the understanding of life and things is not clear yet to this I, which believes I am the doer. It is better to live a standard way than to mix it and make it complicated. This is my way of looking at it. Everybody will decide how they will do it, but if you really want to go all the way, you need all your energy, because energy is very little. Time is also. You don't have all the time of eternity and all the energy of God yet in this body. You have limited time and energy right now. So use it well in this manner. Okay. Anybody else want to say anything now?
Namaste, Rajee. I yesterday I told you I'm the seeing, and I stayed with that for several hours. And there was a pull towards not something deeper. So saying I'm here and I'm the seeing, kind of that energy kind of dissolved into something quieter. And here I feel like I'm not experiencing peace. It's the experience is not there. It just feels, if I check, there's peace. And also the sense of experiencing has changed.
This is very good actually. Any complaint or any objection about it?
No, it feels completely different in the sense more, the movements are not there. So I can feel that there's no experiencing, even though it sounds very strange.
It's very good. It's very good. Definitely it is deeper. Your report is correct. Because what we at first experience is more like a no man's land. In no man's land, between the mind and the heart, let's say, mind can also play, heart can also play. Like this, some energy comes from both and mixes, and that's kind of excitement and the joy and the peace that is felt. But as we go deeper, it is more stillness than experiencing of stillness. Like this, or a very different flavor of experiencing, you can say. and also a very different flavor of knowing also actually. Like you first time know that this kind of knowing was possible in you. First time you feel like, oh my God, I never knew that this also this is a way to know like this.
Yes, I'm not able to say it like that in words, but it feels true like that. Yes.
Yes, yes. I sometimes feel I speak on behalf of some people also like this because I have gone through like this also myself. So then it becomes obvious for me to feel immediately, sense in a way that this is what you are feeling right now. So it's nice. You can thank me for this.
Thank you so much. I can't express enough. Thank you.
As we are going deep in our own self, it is a natural deepening in the sense of not like you are going deep in yourself, but more it is like you are leaving what moves and you are staying with what doesn't. Like this. This is what precisely happens. Like you are falling in love with your deeper self basically, and you want to embrace and stay here more. This staying is not to be compared with normal grammar, like effort, but it is more like a feeling you have. You don't want to come out, and like this. More like exploring yourself in a way. And in this light, or in this experience or knowing, on this background of knowing, all the knowing of the mind and everything becomes even more clear now as a contrast, because there is a basic difference between the two. It is as if it is something not changing, and everything else seems like continuously changing. Like this. Many things are seen like this. Give value to it. There is nothing you can hold here. There is no need also to hold, except don't hold on to anything else. So don't hold on to your true nature, but don't hold on to your false nature also. You know, when we say that, okay, you don't need to hold on to your true self, many times it is misunderstood as, okay, then I can continue living as person. No, 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 that was not the idea. Just simply don't hold on to anything. Stay like this. You cannot stay as a person then. You simply fall flat into yourself. So just don't hold on to anything at all. Because you don't need to hold on to this true nature. You are it. And your personal identity cannot survive without your holding on to it. So it's the safest thing to do if you want to stay as yourself. This is the meaning of staying as yourself also. Just don't stay as anything particularly. You continue staying as what you, but you cannot not stay as you are effortlessly what you are. No need to define, no need to think about it whether it is there or not. It is still there when you don't think about it. Mind stuff is only there as long as you think about it. What is beyond mind does not need your thinking efforts, defining efforts. As I was saying, like apple does not need necessarily to be called a apple. Just for change, we can call it ananas. What we call pineapple. But then the whole thing will go crazy. This in the mind. Oh my God! What do you mean? No, no, no! It should not be like this. Why not? Are you attached to the real thing, the juice, the fruit, the taste of it, the form of it, or the name of it? So this compartment is attached to the name only, mostly. It gives less value to the form attached to it, to the name. So don't worry, you stay here. This compartment, our aspect, heart gives more value to the form, to the reality of it, the taste of the experience of it. And you are beyond both actually. You are the seer of both, and you will know it naturally. You don't stay anywhere. You will reach home. So it's nice like this. There was somebody else also.
Namaskar ji. Taking this opportunity that a little sharing was there, a report. What Satya said, it cleared to me also, because I found for last few days is the seeing is refining what she said, because I was thinking and my mind is concluding all the time, okay, this is it, or this is a very direct or something is great, and something else happens afterwards. So this is, I feel that is a still going on process. I don't know. And being greedy, I can say myself that there is a something going on. So from my side, I wanted to put in that fire that wood also, so that fire should go stronger and burn faster. So whatever left yesterday or whatever happened, if you guide me to look more deeper, to go into it.
I mean, the only way to put more fire to your effort of seeing is that understand the value of seeing and stay only as the seer. That is the only way to put more and more fire to the effort of seeing. Which is like a super express way to yourself, actually, to your true self. I feel like this, no? If you try to put effort, put the wood, more wood to this fire of seeing, then there is a risk that you will become the one who is putting the fire, putting the woods, no? So just don't do that. This fire of seeing is like pure white fire, which is to be more seen like a atomic blast than like wood being burnt like this with flames and all. It has no flames. This pure seeing has no flames, and when it burns, nothing also produces any flames or smokes. So don't value this. This is how you can refine it more. Basically, this journey of awakening to ourselves is a journey of letting go of our beliefs, which is what I call sense of knowledge. We don't mostly acknowledge at first that I'm holding on to some sense of knowledge. Like a simple way I have found that what can you say about anything right now? Like anything you know, I simply ask like this. And very quickly, sometimes people say that I don't know anything. This is not the idea behind this question. Like, do you really know anything? And many things we know afterward. Afterward, when you look deeply, it is found to that I know this. So then expose it. Because if you really know nothing, how possibly you can have any problem in life? All the problems are connected to defining it in a certain way. Body feels pain, it will cure itself. You will find a way to cure it. Life will arrange a way to cure it also. Help you also. You feel hungry, food will be provided. Or you will do something for it. So if there is a problem in life, some sense of knowledge is lying in us, living in us. Come to your original innocence, purity, where sense of wonder is your way of knowing things, not sense of knowledge. These are the two things, two apart, two totally different and points of your range of existence. One is mind, one is heart, like this. At the core of your heart, there is only sense of wonder, no knowledge. At the core of your mind, there is all knowledge, no sense of wonder. Everything has been defined so well that life does not surprise you anymore. Like this. All is so. All is the boredom is at the peak here, and sense of joy, the height of joy at the is at the joy that is peak in the heart, in the sense of wonder. Sense of wonder is our eyes to see things as they are. Life is happening. It's being lived right now. Each one of you is present here. I feel so surprised actually, so supremely excited, but very silently inside. And I feel so joyful to meet every one of you, and outside also. So this see that, is there any sense of knowledge left in you? Not that you have to remove it, but you just have to see that it is not true knowledge yet. True knowledge comes through the pure seeing, does not need to be borrowed from anybody. True knowledge comes from inside, not from outside. So what knowledge is coming from inside you right now? Tell me. Using words is not a problem. Believing them to be true is the problem.
At this moment, I don't uh, see anything coming, but for a few minutes before, I can say it's a sense of knowledge. Because
Can I stop you here? Because you asked me for help. You have just now shown me so many things you are assuming already. This is what I call sense of knowledge. I mean, when you really have seen clearly that all you know is that I don't know anything and I'm not really sure about it also, then you are like this. Like you can speak still, but you will say, I don't think it's going to make any sense. I even myself don't believe my birds. How can I convince you that what I'm saying is true? But we believe our own words. You know, that's the hypnosis of the mind. That's the trap of the mind. Mind itself is not a problem, but believing what we speak through the mind, or the way mind formulates statements, that's our trap in the mind. Don't believe. Only see for yourself whether, like mind says, I am not feeling good today. How does it matter to you? Let it say. You continue enjoying your chai. Nothing will happen then. Nothing will happen, you know. But we move. It changes our inner state, you know. It changes our state. And the thought cannot change our state. Our association with it would do it. It brings a energetic change inside us, emotional change inside us, feeling changes. Don't do anything. See that it is a voice only. Even when we look at mind with through some sense of knowledge. That, oh, today I saw many thoughts. Both many and thoughts, both are assumptions of the mind, of course. So it deeper part of the mind looking at the mind. You look, you see from your innocence, and then see what you find inside your mind. Do you find really any bondage in the mind? No. Where is bondage? Who is bound really? It is also an assumption that I am bound, the deepest assumption. And it is also part of the mind. Mind is not just thinking, it is feeling, it is everything actually when we are in the ego state. Yeah. So now say anything that you really know. Really means let's drop this word also. Really, do you know anything? Let's be innocent and authentic and honest. Don't say if you don't know. Say only if you know.
Then I stick to my previous statement, which I told before also many times, that I am here. This I know.
Yes.
And this much I know only.
Yes. Stick to this. Then you will explore your existence, not the story of the mind, or not the believed in reality of life. You know, through the mind we see the believed in reality of life. Through this existence, which you are saying I am here, you actually see the life, the reality of it. Really, there is no way to to avoid this dropping out of mind. We will have to drop out of mind, but how you drop is different. You can take a parachute and slowly drop. You can just fall out of it like straight. You can try to create a ladder, and it's one step at a time, slowly. Like it is up to us, but we will have to drop out of it. Dropping is not like a physical thing or like an experience that you will feel. Dropping is like more exposing, more seeing clearly that I don't really know this. I just believe it. When you have clearly seen that I don't really know, I'm just believing it, you have actually become free from it. Meaning your seeing has become pure now. Value this, value this. Yeah. So now you say I'm here. Any problem? Really look deeply that is there any sense of problem living in you right now? Any in any form, whether it is a problem right now or it will be a problem tomorrow.
Yes, still it says that.
What?
Still it says that I am not at home.
I'm not at home. It's okay. Let's see. Let's see what it is. Because it's not a regular sense of knowledge. It looks like something deeper than that. So maybe you have not seen it yet. You need some help, maybe. It's fine. Home yet. It is okay. It is okay to feel like this. Something has to be done. Let's see what. Can we begin with where you are now, if not at home? Can we look at it innocently, of course? There's no need to look deeply or anything, just as you can see, as much as you can see. Where exactly are you right now, if not at home?
Here. Here.
Here means is it like away from home? And if it is away, how far? In which direction? Because I need to know so that I can create a map for you how to reach home.
I don't know that home exists or not.
Then why you said that I feel I'm not at home yet?
That is, it was a thought.
You can let go of thoughts. Only stay with something which is continuously inside you, like which you are not able to get rid of. Some feeling. Everything is fine. Not also, but if it is something very valuable, like something which you are not able to get rid of, or like this. Get rid means just don't pay attention to it and see what happens. If it subsides, don't value it.
There's a feeling also that still it says that there is something which I'm not clearly seeing it.
Which are?
I'm not seeing it.
I'm
Which
not
is
seeing
not
it.
coming in front of me.
Why it is not coming?
I
Like,
don't
did
know.
you not pay it any fee or something?
Maybe.
You have to give it some gift to it also, maybe, I think. That then it comes in front like that. I feel don't try you are trying to go deep in what you are seeing right now. Don't do that. It's a mistake. What you are seeing right now is that I have a sense that there is something which is not coming in front of me. Don't go deep in it. Only see it. So can you see it or not? That there is a sense that some things are not seen yet. Isn't it? Don't go one step deeper in it. You stay in your position only. Isn't it? Because you're not supposed to go deep and ask everybody, hey, have I seen you properly or not yet? No, you are only supposed to see what you see right now. Because the idea is not to really know everything through the power of seeing. Idea is to recognize yourself as the seer of it. So using what you see as a contrast, as a bouncing board, so your consciousness, your attention bounces back to the seer, isn't it? This is the idea. So it doesn't matter what you see right now. So you see that there is a sense of I have not seen things clearly. But this is in front of you, isn't it? Like there is a sense that something have not come in front of my seeing yet. But this feeling is in front of you or not. Just stay like this. Then see what happens. And value yourself, the seer, not what you see right now. Stay as the seer. The seer that you are does not need to discriminate between what is what. Does not need to change what it sees. Or you need to change it. Be authentic, be realistic. If you really feel I need to change it, tell me that you need to change.
No, the view is plain, but there is no feeling or thought is there that need to change it.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
Let it be a single layer system. One layer seen, one layer seer, like this. And then mind will create many, many layers. But you again divide them into two only. One seen, one seer. It will again create many layers. Again you divide them into two only. Like this, you can defeat mind without touching it. Just don't forget the fundamental rule, the principle, the practice that you are, the understanding that you have. Eh? Seeing things one level deeper, two level deeper is a state of hypnosis, a state of mind. Eh? And it is very deep because it creates depth on the fly. As you keep going deeper, it will keep creating a staircase for you, which will never end. Don't move, only see. Otherwise, you are in the mind. And mind will enjoy very much this journey of seeing the depth and things one after another. There are no layers really. It's just you and your sleep state. You are trying to wake up. Whatever you see is simply irrelevant to the fact that to the need that you need to wake up or you want to wake up. It's simply irrelevant. Does not matter what you see at all. In reality, this is how it is actually. If you want to only wake up. If you want to grow slowly and wake up, then everything that you see is valuable. You know. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel now you understand what I'm saying. You don't have to do anything on this side of the seer at all. The idea of seeing is to establish you in your true nature. So you start naturally sensing that I am seeing already without effort. That is freedom from mind, freedom from believed in identity, which projects itself onto the body, that I am the body. Like this. Now anything remaining?
Nothing.
Yeah, this pure seeing. This is the Adi Yogi. This seeing, which is present right now as you, is the Adi Yogi, Shiva consciousness. And you look like a yogi also, little bit, because of your beard. No? It's a good time then to end this meeting. If anybody has anything quickly, like we can cover if you want.
Namaste, Rajee. First, I would like to thank you for the invitation because I came here with doubts, and when you started and gave the invitation that why the calling is from everybody, my mind didn't decide to come. So thank you for giving the clarity that who is coming. And also in this last question, I would like to ask you, add in this state of seeing, like when I'm in the space of seeing, I feel like, yes, this is the space. But then I can say it is a space of nothingness, but then I can see that I'm going out. It's like as if I'm standing on the door and out and in. Is it okay?
I mean, it is okay if it is fine for you like this, because every being has a kind of a satisfaction criteria, which keep changing. But it is like first when you see like this, you enjoy it, and you are fine the way things are right now. And then dissatisfaction will come back again. Like, no, you want to know more or you want to have more in a way. Like, you don't want to visit, you want to be more established in this. So if it is fine for you, it is okay. Even this visit will pay you very, very well. Because every visit will reduce the possibility of creating illusion of separation in the mind. But if you can spend some weekend also here, it would be nice. Like working days you can spend outside, and one weekend maybe pack some lunch or something, just stay here. It will be very nice. But there is a possibility that you may not like to go out. It is so joyful to be here. There are 2-3 things, basic things which bring so much joy. One of them was like different people have different way of experiencing it. One is rest. which most of us are seeking generally, like a complete rest you feel here, like a rest which we have never tasted, the quality of rest, or the the profoundness of the depth of the rest. There is effortlessness, which we mostly have not tasted yet in this life, like a complete effortlessness, existence without effort, like you exist but no effort. There is a sense of completion. You feel like, yes, like you clearly feel that, yes, this is it. Meaning not in the sense of spiritual awakening or anything, but in the sense of completion, satisfaction. You feel, yes. So this is what I want to say to you. That if it is okay for you, then it's fine. But it will end. It will change. It will change, because ultimately we have to be totally free from this sense of identity, which moves, which changes, which goes, comes. You are that very, very enlightened emptiness of life. This emptiness of life, which is enlightened in itself. This is what you are. And until it is experienced and known, some degree of dissatisfaction will continue. Because it is not, there is no such thing as you really anywhere in this body. It is this emptiness which has enjoyed living as you and now coming home. So it is not you becoming emptiness. It is emptiness unbecoming you. Like this. You are emptiness already. And every step, the emptiness that you are will enjoy. It's a knowing and experiencing of this revelation of its own nature until it want to enjoy. And then it will let go. Will go more deeper, meaning will take off one more cloth like this. It's all automatically happening. No guidance is necessary. I'm just sharing my love, you can say, with you when you have asked me like this. So it's nice. And my job will be very easy if I accept you as a person and talk to you in the language of a person, meaning the words and concept. It will be much easier. Like, because I have mind also, I have used mind also in past like this. But I simply deny my being completely denies it. Rejects it. No, it's not true. What you are is not what you believe. What I see in you is something so different. Actually, I want to embrace it. More than teach it. I want to share my love with you more than say anything to you. Like, we can just silently sit or enjoy. Like this more. So probably that is our difficulty. That I don't want to accept you as you are, as you believe you are, and there's still believe in some of you. But this is a loving struggle. It will continue. As long as there is sincerity, it will only bring joy and clarity more and more. I think this is a good time. Then we can end this meeting. Thank you.